y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ikea. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining. So today's video is all about vanilla. If you don't know, vanilla is one of my favorite notes in perfumes, in fragrances. Something about vanilla just makes me so happy. It makes me feel so cozy and calm and cool and collected. Whenever I wear vanilla, it just, I don't know, it just makes me feel really good. So today I'm going to be sharing my top vanilla fragrances with you all. These are the ones that I've been reaching for quite frequently. Now, most of my fragrances contain vanilla either at the base or at the heart note, but these are the ones that I've been gravitating towards more recently, and also some that I will probably be grabbing once we get more into the warmer months, so in the spring and in the summer. But I'm just going to go ahead and get started. These aren't in any particular order. I'm just sharing them based off of the ones that I love. And I want you to comment down below and let me know what some of your favorite vanilla fragrances are. I am always on the hunt looking for new fragrances. So if you have some recommendations, or even if you have the same ones that I have, comment down below and let me know. So let's go ahead and get started. As I mentioned, these are not in any particular order, but the first one that I wanted to share with you all is Mon Guerlain by the House of Guerlain. And this is I think this is the original one for Mon Guerlain. I know that they have an intense version, and then they also have a more floral version. But this is what it looks like. So I really love Mon Guerlain because in the opening, you just get that vanilla smell. It just smells fantastic. So this also has iris, it has jasmine, there's also pear and mandarin in this. This is more of an oriental fragrance, but it just smells so lovely, and this is perfect for really any time of year. I just love the feeling that you get when you wear this. It's kind of sexy, but also very, very sweet, very warm, and very inviting. So the next fragrance we have is called Spence, and this is from the brand Ka Spence Beauty. I mentioned this in my February beauty favorites for last month. This is actually a Black-owned brand, and I really do love this fragrance. This contains vanilla, tropics, and florals. And what I love about this fragrance is that it gives you that hint of vanilla, but this is one of those fragrances that you can wear when you just don't want to be over the top. You don't want to do too much, but you still want to smell nice. This is a perfect fragrance for that. I like to wear this when I'm running errands. Even if I'm just like out and about during the daytime, I like to wear this one, or even to work. It's one of those scents that's not overwhelming, it's not overpowering, but it still smells nice, and you can still smell it on your skin. The sillage isn't like super great, or the projection isn't beast mode, but it's a very nice subtle hint of vanilla. And again, I think this one is perfect if you're going to work and you just don't want to be too over the top. But this again is Ka Spence Beauty's Spence. All right, so this next fragrance is Ysl Libre, and this is the intense version. I love the intense version because you get the hints of vanilla right in the opening. This is just so warm and sensual, and it just smells so, so good. In these notes, there is vanilla, warm vanilla, lavender, and there's also a bit of mandarin in here. So you get this sweetness, but you also get the floral notes of this fragrance, and it just smells phenomenal. This is perfect for the cooler months, especially in the fall and the winter. You can wear this really any time. This isn't one that I would specifically say that you could just wear at nighttime. I would say you could wear this during the day and at night, but it smells amazing, and this is definitely a compliment getter. So if you like fragrances that are definitely attractive and that you'll receive compliments, you should definitely check this one out. So I have two vanilla fragrances that I absolutely love from the House of Montal, and they just smell phenomenal, and I'm obsessed with them, so I'm going to share them with you. The first one that I want to share is Vanilla Cake. Vanilla cake has milk notes. It also has Madagascar, vanilla, caramel, and almond. And when I tell y'all this smells just like cake, it smells like cake. It honestly actually kind of smells like chocolate cake to me more than vanilla cake, but it's so sweet and warm and comforting. And I just love this a lot. I will say though, the vanilla cake fragrance, the projection isn't as long as some of the other fragrances that I have from Montal. But this is one of the fragrances that I would wear at nighttime when I'm going to bed, or if I'm just lounging around the house and I don't want something to be beast mode. This is one of those fragrances that I would wear. But it just smells phenomenal. If you want to be sweet, like a sugar cake or a sugar cookie, then this one is definitely the vibe for you. So the next fragrance we have from Montal is Sweet Vanilla. So this one has vanilla and apricot in it. And honestly, you get the vanilla, but the apricot kind of stands out a little bit. And it helps to kind of balance out the vanilla. So it's more of a fruity, warm, gourmand kind of fragrance. I love to wear this fragrance basically anytime, but this one has beast mode projection, so a little definitely goes a long way. I will say though, once this fragrance dries down, you really get to experience that vanilla, which is so warm and sweet, and it blends very nicely with the apricot. And I honestly just love this so much. This has been the one that I've been wearing quite a bit recently during the daytime, and I've received a ton of compliments on this one as well. It just smells phenomenal. It just smells so good. But this is a little bit different than vanilla cake. Vanilla cake is more of that sweet cakey kind of fragrance. This one is more of a fruity vanilla. So it is a difference in between the two. And I would say if you're looking for one that has more projection, then I would choose Sweet Vanilla. This one, the sillage and the projection is a little bit stronger than vanilla cake, but honestly, I love both of them and you can't go wrong with either of the two. So this next fragrance is for my warm and spicy lovers, which I happen to be a warm and spicy kind of girl. This one is definitely for you. This is Eau Duelle by Diptyque. And actually, this was recommended to me by one of my blogger friends, Andrea. So thank you, Andrea, for recommending this because I am obsessed with this fragrance. So this fragrance contains Madagascar vanilla. It has a green tea, pink pepper, sandalwood, and it is just so warm and spicy. It also has cardamom in it as well, which kind of helps with that spiciness. I love this so much. You do still get the sweetness and the hint of vanilla in the opening, but once it dries down, it does become more woody. The sandalwood really stands out to me. Honestly, I think the dry down for this one is very comparable to Baccarat Rouge 540. Well, on me at least. In the dry down, it really becomes more spicy and you get that woodiness, and I absolutely love it. But I think that the vanilla blends in very nicely with this one, so it's not overwhelmingly woody or spicy. You do still get that hint of sweetness. This is one that I absolutely love to wear, and I'm actually going to spray it on right now because this is going to be my scent of the day. It just smells so good. I love to wear this during the day. I mean, you could probably wear this at nighttime as well, but this is a fragrance that I would probably wear during the day. It's got a great projection and the sillage is really nice on this one. This is actually the EDT and they do have an eau de parfum, but I found that this EDT works perfectly, especially since I'm just wearing it as an everyday fragrance. It is a little bit more affordable than the EDP and the projection is still really good. So again, this one is Eau Duelle by Diptyque and it just smells phenomenal. So the next fragrance that I would like to share with you all is Labelle by Jean-Paul Gaultier. Whew, this is probably one of my top favorites. I know I love them all, but this one, I've been grabbing for this almost every single day. It is just phenomenal. So this is what the packaging looks like. So the packaging of Labelle is stunning. It is just a stunner. But more importantly, the juice inside of the bottle is just phenomenal. So surprisingly, this fragrance actually only contains 3 ingredients, which is vetiver, pear, and vanilla. And for it to be such an amazing scent, you would think that it would contain more notes, but it doesn't. So I just really, really love this fragrance because it is fruity and it's also very sweet. It is a gourmand, but the vetiver in here also gives it a nice balance. It balances the sweetness out so that when it dries down, you get a little smokiness, a little spicy to it. The vanilla definitely stands out though in this fragrance. You definitely get vanilla in the opening, but once it dries down, that vetiver really starts to stand out. And the blend between the pear and the vetiver and the vanilla is just so phenomenal. The projection on this one is also really, really good. And I get a lot of compliments on this fragrance. It's just so sweet and like really inviting. I think this one is for more of the flirty kind of person. If you want to be more inviting and flirtatious, then you would definitely wear this one. But some people say that this is great for the spring and summer. Personally, I've been wearing it in the fall and winter, and I don't think that it's too overwhelming in the fall or the winter. It works perfectly for me. So I personally think that you can wear this year round, and it is just, it's just phenomenal. As I mentioned before, the projection and the sillage is really, really great on this one. And for it to be a more designer fragrance, I think this one is really, really unique. And if you don't have this one in your collection, I think that this is one that you might want to check out if you're into sweet gourmand fragrances. So I have 2 fragrances from Kayali that I absolutely love. And the vanilla in both of these fragrances just blows me away. They smell so, so good. So the first one that I want to share from Kayali is Deja Vu White Flower. And this is what it looks like. So Deja Vu White Flower contains gardenia, jasmine, nectarine, but it also contains Tahitian vanilla, and it just smells so good. The blend between the florals and the vanilla really, really stands out to me. Some people say that this one is comparable to Labelle from Jean Paul Gaultier, and I will say that the fragrances are very similar, but this one is a little softer and a little bit more subtle. It's definitely not beast mode like Labelle. Labelle, you can just smell that a mile away. This one is just a little bit more subtle. I would say that this one is great for work, for everyday errands, for everyday occasions. Something where I just want to smell good, but I do not want to be overpowering. And I also don't want to be over the top. I don't want people to smell me from a mile away. I just want to smell me. That's what this fragrance is. It's just so light and airy, and it smells so, so good. I love this so much. I think that Kayali has really done a great job with their fragrances, and I cannot wait to see what else they come out with. I know that this one is the newer of the fragrances that they've launched. I believe this one launched in 2019, if I'm not mistaken, but they did a really good job with Deja Vu White Flower. It just smells amazing. So if you're into florals, but you still want a little hint of sweetness, like a warm floral, then this one is definitely one that I would recommend. The next one is also from Kayali, and y'all, this is my holy grail vanilla right here. I am obsessed with this vanilla. This is like vanilla done right. And if you follow me on Instagram, you're probably tired of hearing me talk about this fragrance because I talk about it all the time. But this is Kayali's Vanilla 28. Let me just sniff it. It smells so good. This smells like straight up vanilla. Straight up Madagascar vanilla. It does not remind me of Bath and Body Works vanilla or like a body spray vanilla, but this smells like pure vanilla. It smells so good. It kind of also reminds me of a little bit of burnt sugar. There is hints of sugar in here as well. And I believe there's also caramel in here, which I can smell. This is like a gourmand lover's dream. It's so, so sweet. But surprisingly, this is actually a very sensual and sexy fragrance. This is my most complimented fragrance that I have in my collection from men. Whenever I'm out and about, some guy is always stopping me, telling me that I smell nice. And this is what I'm usually wearing. It just smells so, so good. It's more of a mature vanilla. And no shade to like Bath and Body Works or anything like that, because I definitely wear their fragrances as well. But this is just a little bit different because it's more pure. It doesn't smell like a synthetic vanilla. It is so smooth, and again, it's very sexy and sensual, and I just love this so, so much. The projection on this one is also very great, and the sillage is nice. Some people say that it doesn't last as long on them, but I find that this lasts a pretty decent time on me, and I can smell this all throughout the day. But again, this is like my go-to holy grail vanilla right here. I love to wear this vanilla on its own, but I also think that this one is great for layering. I mentioned before that I'm not into a ton of fruity scents anymore. I've just kind of outgrown super, super fruity fragrances, but I will layer them with vanilla just so I can add that like hint of warmth to them. But yeah, I am obsessed with this fragrance. I cannot rave about it enough. And this is by far my favorite Kayali fragrance that they have. It's just so, so good, y'all. It is so, so good. I definitely think that if you are into vanilla, that this is one that you will definitely love and one that you should check out. Okay, so the last fragrance that I wanted to share with you all is from Philosophy. And this is Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere. And this is what the bottle looks like. So this one is more of a woody gourmand. It has cashmere wood, sandalwood, there's musk, but there is also vanilla in this one as well. And you definitely get the hint of vanilla right off the bat. I mean, as soon as you spray it, you get vanilla. Honestly, I don't smell any of the wood notes in here at all. All I smell is cream, vanilla, and musk. That's what it smells like to me. Ugh, but it smells so, so good. Now, I will admit that this one doesn't last as long. The projection isn't that great, but I love wearing this one at nighttime. I love the coziness that it gives me. This is more for like Netflix and chill kind of vibes, when you just want to cuddle on the couch or you want somebody to be like close to you, all up on you. This is what I would wear. It smells so warm and inviting and just so cozy. Like, I like to wear this with my comfy pajamas and my big comfy socks with a big comfy throw blanket. Comfy, comfy, comfy. That's what this exudes to me, just comfort and warmth. And it is just, it's such a lovely scent. Again, this is an EDT, and I don't know if they have a perfume version of this one, but it just smells so, so good. And I love to just wear this one before I'm going to bed. Again, this is from the brand Philosophy. This one is also pretty affordable. I believe it's like 40 bucks, which is pretty affordable for an EDT fragrance. But I just love it so much. I love it. So if you want something that you can kind of just spray on when you're lounging around the house, I definitely recommend Fresh Cream by Philosophy, and this is the warm cashmere version. So those were my top vanilla fragrances that I have been reaching for quite frequently. Again, that's not all of the fragrances that I own that contain vanilla, because honestly, most of my fragrances contain vanilla. I'm absolutely obsessed with the vanilla note. And I will probably check any fragrance out if it contains vanilla, especially if it's in a top note. I know most of the fragrances that I own contain vanilla in the base note, but if it's like an opening that just gives me a blast of vanilla, I'm all here for it. But that was all for today. Be sure to comment down below and let me know what some of your favorite vanilla perfumes are, or ones that maybe we have that are the same or similar, ones that you think that I might enjoy that you want to recommend. Be sure to leave those down in the comments below and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. And you can also find me on social media. Check me out on Instagram and on Twitter. My handle is at Ikea Alexis, which will also be linked down below in the description. And I will talk to y'all later. That's everything. So have a great one. Bye.